Tonight, on this day we call good, it's all about suffering and death. Death that creeps into all of our lives. Sometimes it comes in relatively small ways. Dreams that never came true. Plans that never materialized. Hopes that weren't fulfilled. Sometimes it comes in relatively small ways. Disappointments, betrayals, and disillusionments. Sickness, adversities. Other times death comes to us in a big way. In the finality of the life of a family member or a dear friend. And our world gets turned upside down and inside out, and it makes us feel so helpless because there's absolutely nothing that we can do to stop it. Like most of the disciples, we just want to run and hide from it. But no matter how far we run or no matter where we hide, we can't escape it. Death will always find us. Tonight, on this day that we call good, we confront death head on. As once again we ponder the wonder and the mystery, the utter chaos and seemingly pointless death of an innocent man. A man named Jesus, who endured a criminal's death, so that the separation from God that was caused by the sin of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, a willfulness that we continue to struggle with still today in our own lives, that might be undone, and that relationship might be restored. Tonight, on this day we call good, Jesus is taken outside of the holy city, away from the holy temple, away from that very place where everyone believed that God resided. He's taken out to a garbage dump where the refuse, the trash is left. There he's hung up and left to die on a cross amid two criminals, as if he were a criminal himself. Could there be anything more humiliating? Could he ever have felt more alone? Abandoned? His friends? His followers? By God? Tonight, on this day we call good, we reflect on the story of a man named Jesus, who's no celebrity, no hero in the ordinary sense of the word, just a common human being, a carpenter, an itinerant preacher, who endures the prolonged agony of one of the most horrendous ways to die, like crucifixion, hanging for hours on the cross. His life slowly slips from him. As tonight, on this day we call good, it's all about suffering and death. And it's on this day that the cross comes to the foreground, front and center. It's been there from the beginning of time. That cross and that suffering servant have loomed in the background of God's plan of salvation. It has and it always will be there. We can't run from it. We can't hide from it. Because it's right there before us. It's there in the lintels on the doorposts in Egypt, in the sacrificial lamb, in the scapegoat sent out into the wilderness, in the serpent lifted up on the pole. And it's from that very cross on Calvary, with his last breath, that we hear Jesus' final words. It is finished. It's not a cry of despair. It's no word of surrender or defeat as a world facing death might hear it. These are the humble words of a suffering servant, spoken quietly, yet confidently, of a work that is complete. Unlikely words of triumph and victory, uttered in an unlikely way, from an unlikely place, where it's through Christ's death on that cross on Calvary that sin has died. And God and humanity are no longer separated. The curtain between us has been torn in two, and we are reunited, made one in Christ's broken body. It was messy at best, yet God's plan of healing and reconciliation for our broken and sin-sick world has been brought to completion. It is finished, and there is no longer any condemnation for God's people. The weird thing about it all, and the part that sometimes is so hard to grasp, is that it wasn't the nails that held Jesus to that cross, nor was it, contrary to popular opinion perhaps, our sin. Because our sin really couldn't compel God to do anything at all, much less nail God to a cross if God didn't choose for that to happen. No, it was God's love for us. A love that would do anything. A love that knows what it is to be rejected and cast aside. A love that never fails to forgive and never stops beckoning us into its embrace. A love that knows no bounds and contains no conditions. A love that bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, even death on a cross. It's that love that held him there. That's one of the things that makes this day good.